What's up, you guys? So, I've been playing a lot of Palworld lately, and I finally reached level 10 of my first base, which means I can finally unlock a second base location. So, I've been on the hunt for a pretty yet functional location. And while Papagos Island has a lot of beautiful spots, they don't always have the best resources, or they're not really safe for a base. So after spending probably too long looking for a second location, I think I found the best one. If you've been to the Windswept Hills area, you've probably stumbled across the fall foliage. It's beautiful, but there's also a perfect little spot tucked away in the southwest area next to this bridge here. It has these beautiful cliffside views that actually help protect your base because enemies and raiders will only come from this direction. Plus, there are all these ore nodes here that are perfect for resource gathering. So there are two ridges, and the lower area is going to serve as my PAL working region, and this upper ledge here is going to be where I put my base. I am going to build the entire structure in stone because I've seen a few too many horror stories on the internet of people's bases burning down, and plus the stone just really vibes with this cliffside mountain aesthetic. I'm building a 3x4 foundation, so there's plenty of room for stairs when I get to the interior building. And of course, I'm going to put windows on every single exterior wall because who wouldn't want windows? I mean, look at these views. Speaking of windows, I really hope that they add some shutters or curtains to the build menu in the future. I think it'd be really nice to have some more exterior touches. While I do think I'm keeping this base relatively simple, I do want it to have a second story, so there's plenty of room for pals and some furniture. So I'm just going to build out the second story the exact same way I did the first. Thankfully, I had just enough time to finish the second level before the sun went down. When I came back the next day, it was time to finish up the roof, which is probably my least favorite building aspect in Palworld right now because I feel like it's just a little too finicky and tricky at times. So I'm building a slanted roof style, which means I'm going to have to put walls in the middle of my rooftop so that the slanted pieces have something to connect to. When I started this build, I really wanted the front door entryway to have a tall and dramatic archway like this, but unfortunately I couldn't put a ceiling on that little gap there, which really bugged me, so I decided to scrap it and do a normal entryway rooftop like that. Then I was finally finished with the bare bones and ready to get to decorating the exterior. By far, one of my favorite things to decorate with right now is this wall ivy. I just think it adds the perfect cottagecore touch to any base, and I just can't really get enough of it. So I set out to cover basically the entire thing in it, and even though it took tons of fiber and I definitely had to make a lot of trips back to my main base, I have no regrets and it was totally worth it. I think I probably spent like 45 minutes just placing the ivy on my base. And then I realized I totally neglected to finish the sides of my roof, so I did that really quick. I was finding the triangular wall pieces to be a bit tricky, but I eventually figured it out. So now it was time to make my entryway a little more inviting by placing a doormat and of course some torches. It still felt a little bare bones, so I added an alarm bell and some other little foliage pieces to liven up the space. Finally, I built a wall to protect this lower area here, and I think I'm probably going to have to add a wall to the upper region. I just haven't gotten around to it yet. That does it for this Palworld base building video. Let me know in the comments what you guys think and if you'd like to see any more content like this. Thanks for watching.